Hi there. Welcome to the PlannerSpeechie. Today I am going to be planning a memory keeping spread for May 6th through 12th, 2024 in my Sadie Stickers vertical planner. I'm going to use this really cute kit from ThePlannerShack called Day at the Aquarium. This is really fun because I decided to print basically the whole kit. I never do that, but I just love the art and I thought there'd be a lot of fun different things I could do with this. I apologize for the lighting in here. It is a very stormy day outside, and so it was either film it like this or be a day off, and I already missed like 10 days while my parents were here, so I wanted to make sure that I kept on schedule. So I'm just going to be laying down the base for this part of the day, and then I will come back and finish it. But let's get into it. So this is the full box. I love the colors in this spread. They're very marine, but I also love the use of the purple. I picked this kit because I did actually go to an aquarium as a chaperone for some of my students. And I will say that like the aquarium we went to was not this big. So there are some scenes from this that while I love the art and I think it's really, really cute, because I didn't do it, I'm not going to include them. So like we didn't get to see otters, which was really sad for me. But I'm really, I still had a good time. So I do love this double box a lot. And of course, all the animals. This is the washi with the dates. I'm actually not going to use this washi. I'm going to use the split washi so that I can put in some foil. So we have these really pretty colors, different shades of purple and blue. We have the fancier designed flags here. This was interesting. It printed with the red on the inside. I'm not actually sure if it's going to pop up with the red on it. It is. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but there's like a ton of stuff here. These are the functionals with the date dots, which I am going to use. We got the headers plus functional headers here. It's kind of difficult to read, but that's okay. We have color blocked headers and weeklies. I just love these full boxes here. I'm definitely going to use this and this. This is the washi that I'm going to use. I just think it's so cute. I love the bubbles, and I really love the seahorse. I'm going to be using this double box because I think it's so gorgeous, and I really love the functional scripts. Now I was going to use these because I thought these were super cute, but then I was looking at it recently and I noticed that the cut lines are all off on this. So like, for example, I'll show you, like when I try and pull up like the sea star, you see what happened? So I can't actually use any of these unless I was like going to physically cut them out, and I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to be using this, which is unfortunate, but I checked the rest of them and they all cut normally. So I don't know what happened there. Really, really strange. And then I decided I had a bunch of really, really pretty nautical themed stickers from Sadie Stickers. These are silver foil, and this is like a rope divider here. I have these beautiful jellyfish, some little shell cluster deco here, some additional seashell deco, gorgeous ocean creatures, floral turtles, and then I have this rope washi that I also want to use. So I am going to make this a silver themed spread. I'm going to add some of the silver elements to the kit. Hopefully everything will come out looking gorgeous. But all right, I'm going to speed things up and come back in a voiceover. See you soon. All right, well, welcome back. And for anyone who's new, welcome to the channel. I just want to apologize again for the lighting. It was not my choice, believe me, but I also it was a rainy day and I wanted to plan. So I decided to shoot it anyway, and hopefully you can still see everything and enjoy the color scheme. This was a really fun kit for me to use. really loved all the colors, and with this lighting, it's a little challenging to see the nuances there, but I did really enjoy working on this. So I just laid the washi down, and then I decided to use the date dots that came with the kit. I did have silver date dots, but these were already pre-printed, and I don't know, there's something like when you put it through a cut machine and you watch this machine go through all of the tiny little things to cut each individual thing, and it takes forever. I felt a little guilty not using it, especially because I was only using that sheet for the weekend banner and the numbers. So the Wednesday was on a little askew, and I didn't really catch it because the design of the cut is supposed to look like a swish, and so I didn't really catch it until a little later, and I ended up fixing it. I was so bougie about this. I used two different skinny washies, one on top of the other on the top. It does look really cute, and it does give the effect that like you're in an aquarium tank a little bit, so I did like that. But anyway, this was a really fun full week. Um, and it was a little bit crazy because if you haven't watched the previous Plan with Me, my friend Kirsten was visiting, and so she was planning to leave on Monday because flights were cheaper and we didn't get back from Asheville until the day before. So she was actually with me, and I had a job interview planned for later that Monday. So it was like I had the Sunday scaries big time, but I also had interview scaries because I hadn't interviewed for a job in a couple of years. So, oh, that double box looks so cool. I just love it. What's interesting about the double box is it's not a true double box. Or I guess maybe it because it's not two of them. It's not like it's not four boxes. So you get a little bit of room for that middle part, but it was an interesting size. So I wasn't really sure what to do with the headers, but I just kind of decided I was going to color block anyway, and then I put them down right at the bottom. So I gave myself like a little bit more room for planning on the weekend because we did do a lot of things. And this is where I start to notice the Wednesday is off. I love this double set. The aquarium that we went to is actually inside of a mall. So it's not a huge aquarium, but I did choose it because I either all these aquariums really do look the same, um, but that gift shop was like a dead ringer for the one that we walked through. And then I chose the full box of the girl with the older person who kind of, I didn't wear my hair like that, but that's like kind of how I dressed for the field trip. So it made me feel like, oh, yay. Um, and then I used the sea creatures for the quote box up at the top, along with, there were other parents on the trip. So I thought the one of the dad holding the baby was kind of cute. And then I decided to use the tall box on the side because she was just too cute. And I never really get to use those. I just watched a bunch of videos on how to do extenders so that you can increase the number of full boxes you can use in one spread. And I am excited to try that. I kind of wish I had known about this before I laid that spread down and maybe tried a few things, but I decided to use the rope dividers up at the top because they matched the washi on the bottom so well, and they're kind of difficult to see from this angle, but they do look very cute. Like they match really, really well. Um, and cool colors plus silver is very easy. um, so I wanted to use one weekly to mark that I was tracking my vitamins, and then I had just like a quote flag there, and then I put my fashion girl down all the way down to the bottom. I cut off a little bit of her leggings so that she would fit with the quote box, but I think it turned out really, really well. Okay, then I decided to use this really pretty, it's like a floral turtle. So gorgeous. It's kind of big, so I wasn't really sure when I was going to use that kind of deco, and I ended up needing to use it. Um, there were a few scripts that came with the kit that I really liked, uh, but I didn't use as many of them as I thought I would. I used the trash day one because I wanted to mark that it was trash day on Friday. And I had all these very pretty little petite shell cluster deco that I thought would be fun to use. So I just kind of sprinkled them throughout some of these water spreads to give it the illusion of like water sparkling. And for some reason, I put one like on a person, and then I wanted to take it off and didn't. Um, but yeah, so I just put them kind of all over the place. I thought it looked really, really cute with all the different water things there. Um, and it actually shows up a lot more than I thought it would. So really, really sweet. And then I used, um, I started to put like sea creatures in the aquarium. So I added a squid and a fish. I know, a sea star to that spread on the bottom. And I thought that looked really, really cute. Okay, so then this was later in the day. So I was able to, or it might have even been the next day. So my lighting improved tremendously, and you can see how much better that looks. So I started to write first field trip plus new something, and I didn't want to give it away. So, and hopefully I remember to zoom in. Monday was a coffee Monday. That's a crafty banana planner sticker just to mark that I did treat myself to some coffee. Um, oh my gosh, and you can see actually all of the little stickers that I'd already pulled. And then I decided to color block for this spread. So I was trying to mix up like the different things, but I did use some white space. So I used this Teddy Plan sticker to write that I was doing session notes and updating IEPs and documents. Um, I used this really cute little Stick with the Plan Co. sticker to mark that my friend Kristen was flying home. She flew home um, while I was at school. She took a cab. And then I actually had to call my pharmacist because I had to deal with anyone who has to deal with pharmacies all the time, like, knows their pain. So I had this job interview at 4 o'clock. So I rushed home and I met with these lovely people at a school in my district near my house. And I got off the conference call and I thought it went well. And then 10 minutes later, I got another call and it was from the principal I had just spoken with offering me the position. So I was not expecting to get an offer that quickly. I basically decided last Thursday, that morning when I had my doctor's appointment and my friend was coming into town, that I was going to even apply for this job in the first place. And by by Friday morning, they'd reached out to me with an interview option, and I took it. And so I couldn't believe that I had accepted a brand new position that quickly. So the worst part was that I had to tell people. And I was very, very anxious because I really loved my principal. I love my coworkers. You know, it was not about them. It was really about the commute. I used this speech therapy sticker from Sticker Party, and I don't regret using it, but it was the wrong color blue. Like, this is a very purpley blue and not like robin's egg blue like that was. So um, I did have an IEP on Tuesday morning. I really feel like all I do in these spreads is say that I'm updating IEPs, writing session notes, and doing speech therapy. That is like 90% of my job. But yeah, Tuesday was kind of a tough day for me. And then this is when I realized that my Wednesday was like completely sideways. um, so on Wednesday, I had an IEP at 10:30 in the morning. We had really, really bad storms this whole day. And it sort of matched like my mood because I was very anxious about telling my principal in person about the job. And, you know, I was very anxious, but I did do it. She was so sweet. I cried in her office when I told her. And it was tough, but I'm glad I did it. I think I will be starting work next week. It is August 11th when I'm filming this voiceover, so um, yeah, I'm hopeful that things will work out. Um, I decided to use an additional full box art down there because I really didn't have anything else. I hadn't written a lot in my planner or in my bullet journal about this particular day. So I just decided, you know what, I have all this cute art. Let me just add to it. So I did. Um, on, let's see, on Thursday was the actual day of the field trip. So I emailed a reminder to all of my teachers in the morning that I would not be pulling their students. Most of them knew because I had already pulled the students that I was supposed to see on Thursday on Tuesday. So I actually had like made up for that already. Um, the field trip was at the Sea Life Aquarium with a bunch of preschool students. So that was really, really fun because it was an entire preschool class. It was four classrooms technically. And I wanted to explore with them and see what they thought about the aquarium. But I also got to do it in a speech therapy way. And that was really, really cool because we talked about the fish. I practiced certain sounds with them. I had a student who was working on the sh sound. So fish was actually a great target for her. Um, it was really a great day, and I loved being a chaperone. So I'm gonna try and see if I can be a chaperone at least once a year because I think it's helpful for the students, and it's also just fun. It's like a nice perk of my job. My husband had a doctor's appointment, so I did have to, like, hustle home so that he could drive himself to the appointment. Um, and then I had moved my therapy session from Monday to Thursday because I had the job interview on Monday during my normal therapy time, so I was able to do that. Still had to do session notes for all the students that I did see on Thursday. And then at home, I just did like a Netflix binge with my husband later that day. So Friday, I did have an EC meeting at my other school that was done through teleconference at 8 in the morning. Um, I had a speech therapy and speech language screening for one of my students, so I used a little Play-Doh sticker to mark that. I actually supervised a theater performance. It was the beginning of Teacher Appreciation Week at school. So the school hired a theater troupe to come and, entertain the kids while teachers got a break. But a lot of my students need support in environments like that because they're not used to the sound or the energy or the people, but we want them to participate. So I basically went and sat with them in the auditorium and basically just tried to promote language awareness and language learning with them, and it was really fun. And then I had to actually order my medications through Optum, and then at home, I got to hang out with my husband at the end of the work week, which is always so nice. Um, Saturday was a busy day also. I made avocado toast uh, for my husband, and then he had to actually go and deal with the car registration because I had to wait for my medication to be delivered. So, because I had to sign for it. So he dealt with the car while I was home, and that was really nice. And then a nearby town where we live had something called Beach Fest. It was basically like a cute little street fair with live music, and it was near a park. So we got like funnel cake and lobster rolls and lemonade, and we just kind of sat there on in the park and listened to the music. And it wasn't anything like to an extreme New York City street fair level, but it was really fun and I enjoyed it so much. So I'm glad we got to do that because we don't really do stuff like that a lot, and I kind of wish we would do more of it. So that's avocado toast sticker is from Carlia Plans. The car is from Jessica Hartz. The girl on the blanket is from Teddy Plans Co. The Arthur library card is from Sticker Party. And then the emojis at the bottom are from Once More with Love. So that's like 4 different shops that I'm showcasing in one day. And my husband picked Bring It On as our movie to watch. We hadn't seen it in a while, and it's pretty funny. Like, it's a classic. It stands up. Um, so then on Sunday, I tried to kind of keep it more relaxed. One thing I did not put in my planner, which I can't believe I didn't, was that it was Mother's Day. And I think that was because my parents live in New York. So I kind of celebrated Mother's Day from afar. I did FaceTime with my parents and I did send my mom some Mother's Day goodies, but she got all of that stuff like before Mother's Day. Um, and I was also feeling really sick. So I actually used a little Once More with Love sticker, and then I didn't have room to put it anywhere, so I just sort of stuck it on the top there. Um, but I did like return library books, I folded laundry, and I got some groceries from Publix. But all in all, like a really simple, easy week. Okay, so here it is. This is the final spread. I think this came out really, really well. I love the use of silver and all the different things that I got to experiment with. I think, I ran into some trouble here because I didn't have anything written down about this day, and I just filled it in with some foil. Also for Wednesday, similar thing, I just added more full boxes, but I really love the way this came out. I think silver is definitely the way to go, or maybe even a hollow could look really nice with this. But yeah, I love, love, love this, and this was a lot of fun to do. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you join us for next week's, which will be hopefully uploaded the next day because I'm trying to get on a roll with this. So I'm going to sneak what the next one is going to look like. I'll just... Okay, so there it is, and thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Take care.